again.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? Aged care has been through a lot during COVID, not being able to see your loved ones and you know, having to get vaccinated and everybody who's looking after people staying safe. TLC are doing an amazing job and leading the way here in Geelong with something that's new and wonderful. Lou Pascuzzi, the CEO, is on the phone to tell us this morning what this local wonderful thing is. Good morning, Lou.
Good morning, Mark and Millie, and thanks for having me again.
No worries at all.
It's a pleasure. Tell us what you will be launching tomorrow at TLC Healthcare. It's got us all very excited.
Well, on the back of having all our resident staff and contractors double dosed with Pfizer back in April, we were the first to mandate that back in April and have all of our resident staff and contractors vaccinated. We're seeing the outbreaks in New South Wales in residential aged care homes. There's 27 homes in New South Wales that currently have outbreaks. 70 odd residents hospitalised, and all a mix of unvaccinated, single-dose vaccinated and double-dose vaccinated. And as we near 80% and phase 3 or phase 2, 70% full vaccination, we thought, look, we've got to do something to keep it out of our homes. And as of tomorrow, across our 11 residential aged care homes, large residential aged care homes, of which we have 3 in Geelong, some of the best in Geelong, we will mandate for all visitors to our homes rapid antigen testing, which is 95% effective, TGA approved, and that will give all of our residents, their loved ones and our staff another layer of protection with regard to the fight against COVID-19.
Lou, is anybody else doing this, and have you taken it on at TLC as a cost to yourselves?
No, look, no one else has mandated it. We're, again, this is another first for the residential aged care and TLC in the industry. No one else has mandated it. We've mandated it, and it is a 100% cost to ourselves, as was the administration of our double-dose vaccinations back in April. Look, I really don't care about the costs. It's about time that we took matters into our own hands and ensured the freedom that our residents deserve and the safety that our staff deserves. We've got a duty of care to these people and try and minimise the mental health issues that are actually now the hidden pandemic at the moment. We've had enough of it. I can't have it on my conscience. I can't go to bed at night without having free movement between loved ones and residents. Enough's enough. We're doing it ourselves.
The rapid antigen testing, Lou, you're introducing, how does it work?
So basically, it's the same as a PCR test or a molecular test. It's just a nasal swab. The nasal swab is then diluted in some liquid. Is that dipped in some liquid? It's then basically placed in the apparatus, and within 10 minutes, some take 7 or 8 minutes, but within 10 minutes, we have a result, either COVID-19 positive, COVID-19 negative, or if it's a false test, we repeat the test again. But we haven't had any false tests in our trial. So it's a great indicative mechanism to basically protect our staff and residents.
So, Lou, where are the tests from? Are they easy to get? Can people get them for home, or do you have to be a business or a big corporation to get them?
No, look, it's not so much getting them. It's the fact that you need to be APRA registered to actually administer them. So you have to be a doctor, nurse, or whatever the case may be. You have to have an APRA registration form. Right. So you can't self-administer them at home yet. But you might have seen the press release from Greg Hunt only a couple of days ago, where he's now discussing with the TGA to have versions of this available for home testing. And look, that's fantastic. I think that needs to happen so that everyone, when they leave home in the morning, if they have a test, if they know they're negative, they can go with confidence out into the market and know they're not going to be a spreader.
Lou, at TLC, you guys are obviously leading the way. You're taking it very serious. 3 wonderful aged care facilities here in Geelong, as you said. Tell us the sadnesses you've seen over the last 18 months with people not being able to see their families.
Well, look, I can count on one hand how many times over the last 18 months we've actually locked down, if you like, our homes. But over the last 2 months, as a result of Delta, we needed to monitor the situation. So we locked down our homes for 5 days only. 5 days only. Well, that was enough for me to say, no, we can't do this. We cannot keep loved ones behind glass or basically through audiovisual means in their relative interaction with their loved ones. They need to touch, they need to feel, they need to basically converse face to face. So that's when I amassed our TLC Coronavirus Task Force, and I said, listen, clinical people, what do you think of this? And they've all said absolutely, and away we went. And unfortunately, what was really disappointing, Millie, is when we ran Victoria's Public Health Unit last week to advise them that we're doing it and they need to get with the program, they told us that they had no mechanism for capturing positive cases. What they told us to do is if we got a positive case, to send them back into the community to a mass testing site to get tested. Now, that is absolutely appalling. Basically, we don't know how long these people have been positive in the community, and then you're telling me, number one, not to tell anyone, and number two, to send them back into the community and hope they go to a testing centre. I mean, what does this say about the inadequacies of how we're managing this virus in Victoria? It's it's terrible. It's terrible.
Love your passion, Lou, and I love what you're doing for TLC Healthcare, your workers, for the residents in the aged care system. And good luck tomorrow with the launch of introducing the rapid antigen testing into TLC facilities. The CEO of TLC Healthcare, Lou Pascuzzi, thank you so much for your time and your passion. Good luck tomorrow, and keep on keeping on. It sounds like you're doing a great job.
Thanks for your support, guys.
At 7:18, Rob McLennan with Bay News.